I gotta change the title now. Do you know what the video's called, Ben? At the moment?
Yeah,
Harley,
I see it.
Harley versus Ben.
That's the last thing.
What should I call it?
Everyone's gonna be like, well, they are in a rematch, or not now.
What should we call it?
The Dylan Barnett and Ben MG Scully interview. I don't know, something like that.
Boxing interviews. Dylan Barnett / Ben. I almost put you in lowercase on Ben. Hello.
Hey, don't. I'm jumping on for the viewing experience. There he is, the man himself.
Right, I need to get you guys like big screen now.
There we go. Got the YouTube set.
Aye. Oh, it's gone weird. Hang on. There you go.
Right, that's better. Is it all good? Stream good?
It's about to get up now.
It should be picking up.
It's about to get up now. I might have to shimmy my thing over because I always get issues with Wi-Fi.
I'll just share it out and then we'll get into it, boys.
Issues with Wi-Fi in my room. Right, okay. I was gonna echo like mad now. Alright, there we are. Alright. Yeah, in terms of like lagging and stuff, it's lagging. It's smooth on the stream, but it's lagging. The video's lagging for me on my phone.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about, but
I'm gonna keep mine on.
Well, at least
I'm gonna keep mine on voice just because it'll go worse. Quality will go worse.
Should I turn my camera?
yeah, maybe.
It's up to you, Dill.
Your camera's alright though.
Yeah.
Well, your voice seems alright anyway.
Yeah, for mine, you've got the best quality. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I'll keep it on it.
I forgot my Reddit picture was Sam Vernon punching me in the face.
No, wait, what's mine? Hang on. Oh, no.
Oh, remove yourself.
It's fat being with me.
I remember you changed your profile picture, Ben, because we were saying like, "Oh, that was a good shot by Sam." By the way, we will introduce myself quickly.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Yes, let's go. Oh, you feel good job. It's not Stella.
Nah.
Before we be shadow boxing in your room, no.
Oh my god.
Oh, good sparring earlier, boys.
Aye. Nearly threw up. Still.
It was good though. It was probably your best performance, I'll be completely honest.
Aye,
Yeah, like I remember when I first sparred you, and I didn't have to get out the first gear.
Yeah.
But like today, I think going to like gear 2 now.
Yeah.
Just that it's just. I think your confidence is like 10 times what it was when I sparred you first, because like it was predictable
100%.
and like tentative, so like I could just take a half step back, but today he was like coming on to me, you know.
Yeah. Gotta put this away before someone sees that.
But obviously it was good that he was coming on to me because I had to work on the stuff I've been learning the last 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. No, I definitely did my best today. Definitely. I'm not afraid to get hit as much as well, which is good.
Yeah, you were coming at me as well, which is something you hardly ever did before, which is good because
Yeah.
it forces the person to work and it normally makes them tired. When you're forcing the issue like that as well, you're that ring generalship is definitely going to score you points. So
Yeah.
it's going to help. It's going to make it more exciting too because nobody's going to run.
Yeah.
I feel like your lateral movement has come on as well because you was actually like circling and you were circling. Sometimes you were circling to my left hand, but like most of the time you're circling to my jab. So
Yeah. There isn't really a game plan for my movement. I just go
it's
for
just
it.
instinct sometimes, isn't it? It was good though because when I first got there, you two were literally like copcat at each other. It was like
Yeah.
chess match. It was literally like, oh, you're moving your pawns one at a time instead of
Yeah.
going up a board 2 squares. Like
Yeah.
it was like who's gonna make the first major move? Who's trying to get those kings and queens and stuff, you know?
That's pretty cool though, the fact you turned up and that, like, as you're halfway through round 1 and stuff, you just see some person in a white hoodie just jogging there. I thought,
I couldn't see you because my glasses are obviously off of us, but I was just like, who's that?
It's a good thing I got
yeah,
the
well,
car.
I
It's a
think I
good
had my
thing I got
back
the
turned
car
at the
now
time.
because as soon as you said Gasrix, I'm like, right, I'm coming over.
That's the thing now. Like with the first couple of fights, we were like quite conservative and telling people where it was. But now, because COVID isn't as much of an issue, crowds aren't as much of an issue anymore. Like, in all fairness, like if anybody who's local who knows that field, they know that's where the fights are happening. So it's like if I say a fight's happening, they know where it's happening now because they're all
Yeah,
going on in the same field. Like,
and there's no planning issue. Like say if we was obviously I know people would like the. That's why I think me and Harley got less views than what me and you got because there's a general. It looks better when you go to ring. It looks more professional when you go to ring to fight them.
Yeah.
But you can't always guarantee that the gym will let you record on that, you know. So
No.
sometimes you just
well,
gotta go on the field and do it.
it is just less hassle when you're in a field, though. That's the thing, though, because the trouble I went through.
When he was gonna fight Sam, wasn't it? It was always like on and off, and
For the Sam fight with Sam Roper, it was the gym's it was if I was in the field, that fight would have actually happened. It was because the gym screwed us up a little bit, Then Sam pulled out after, but obviously, in all fairness, he was ready until the gym told us no on that day. So I've got to give him credit for that. As much as I say he pulled out, he didn't pull out
yeah,
before he was.
Mm. The only problem I have with doing in a field is always trying to stay in the boundaries. I always go out the boundaries.
yeah.
That's
That's the annoying thing. That's the only
Yeah.
annoying thing.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard because you're not normally looking at that. It's
Yeah.
hard to try and rip someone's head off when you're also being aware of where you're standing and since the ropes are there when you're a pressure fighter, it's very like hard to get the benefits of it because you never get anyone's back against the ropes because they'll just
Yeah.
leave. Then you guys got to come back in,
It's
which is
just
basically
instinct. It's
just
just
undoing
instinct
what
to
you just
back
done.
up sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
You can't punish someone for backing up in a straight line then either. Like that's one of my that was one of my habits when I was new. Dill, you give me a red mark on the side of my face.
Did I?
Yeah, well, you know, realised. Yeah, I guess.
Jesus, still you've been bruising him all over, but
And it's only a
Yeah.
spa.
I'm gonna show everyone what you done to my arm too, but with my bicep.
It's only a
No,
spa.
no,
It was only a spa.
I did. I knew you hit me with a decent shot at one point, but I didn't know you done any like physical damage to me. No offense, but you done more than Sam Burnham. Nah.
No need for that.
Respect to Sam,
God.
but do you know what I think that is? I've been hit harder than that, obviously, because this was a spa.
Yeah.
I think it's my body not being used to it, so it like prunes up more. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like
is he
I
taking
took.
ages?
Let's say I did that in a fight.
Is he taking ages for you to put his camera on?
What? Who knows?
Ben, because it's just loading for me.
No, his camera's
No.
on.
Yeah, I can see the stream though. My camera's not on the stream.
I guess he Ben. What? No, what's it called? But the thing is, if I was a fight though, and I was trying to like go over someone, I feel like it cause a lot more damage. So
Yeah,
just
you give me,
go full
you
force.
give me a red marks. I'll tell you what, I feel it kind of hurts a little bit. Me touching it. Fair play. So let me leave the call and I'll join back. Hopefully my camera will be on then on the stream.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
There we are. I'm back.
Guess who's
And
back? Back again.
Scully.
my my camera still isn't on. That's weird.
I think it might be my Wi-Fi, and that's very concerning.
Yeah, but Dill looks alright on it though.
Yeah, I know.
I don't get that.
I'm not even having frame rate issues with Dylan, to be honest. It's just like, you know.
You're not having issues with Dylan, so then I'd think it's me that's screwing it, but I'm not having issues either. And I can obviously Dylan can see me.
Right, basically, guys, Dylan give Ben 2 huge black eyes. He can't see.
Yeah, I don't have my camera on purpose for you guys because I'm barely recognizable, to be honest. You'd be like, that's not Ben MG Scully.
Oh no. I'm dangerous.
You look like Kevin James in that MMA film.
I don't know who Kevin James is, but I'm basically looking like Deontay Wilder.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't mean it like that. I mean, I mean like swelling and stuff.
You know, what, you don't know Kevin James out of Grown Ups, Ben, the fat one?
Oh, I thought you were on about a fighter. That's why I was like, who the hell's Kevin James?
And he played an MMA guy, and he was like so overweight to that.
Oh, is that who comes the boom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see now. That's it, because they got like Joe Rogan and Christoph Szynski and stuff in it, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Mayhem Miller and stuff in it. That was good, that. But yeah, I don't know why my camera's not coming on. We've got a couple of people watching on.
Is it a scratch by your right eye?
Left.
I do have a left. I thought it was a right.
Yeah, it's right for you because it's mirrored in it in the video.
Yeah.
My left eye. But yeah, it's only a little one. It would have been from a right hand then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would have been a right hook. I do remember getting hit with one. Obviously, it wasn't like worrying or nothing. It's probably just me. Yeah. It's probably just a good shot. You know, things happen. You get with not a crazy shot, you'll bruise up from it. But then again, I fought Harley for 6 rounds. I had a bunch of little injuries, but nothing like really stood out. How did I take, nearly 130 shots to the face from Harley, and most of them are pretty hard as well. And I wasn't even that bad. Like,
I didn't have a black eye, but I had a bruise like on my eyelid.
I think you looked worse after in terms of like a few days after the Harley fight. But when we both fought Harley, I think you looked worse than I did. But that's because you had bruises and I didn't have that.
I bruise and bleed easily. I do. Like if somebody catches me on the nose, my nose will start pissing. Like.
A good thing Harley's not watching this, isn't it?
No, well, it's one thing saying it, it's another thing trying to land on it, isn't it?
I'll bring tissues to the rematch.
I don't bleed either.
Like tissues and Vaseline, man.
Yeah, everybody, check our thing out.
Hey. I can't celebrate that.
Look what this guy done to me.
Destroyed. You got Barn sniff.
Yeah, I did.
I've sniffed him up.
I got jumped by Harry Potter, everybody. I feel amazing right now, let's just say. He disarmed me better than an Expelliarmus, like, ridiculous. Nah, he done well. I'm not gonna go into details because, I've told Connor that I'm gonna be doing this, and I don't want to be blasting out everywhere well. So, gotta be fair. Obviously I've seen what Connor can do a bit in person. I was there at the Riley fight. There's a few things that impressed me, but there's also a few not a few mistakes he's making, but a few things he just wasn't doing.
I thought he'd be worse than he looked, to be fair.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be more scrappy than he was, but he wasn't.
He held his technique together for the most part.
He was patient as well, especially in that first round. He was very patient.
Yeah, I mean, if I was me against Riley, or not even Riley, just if I landed a couple, I'd be putting it on like.
Yeah, you would be swinging for the.
It's like when I fought you, I landed the right hand, and I just chin in the air, swinging.
Yeah. Well. Hey, it worked though, didn't it? So what can I say? But that was the thing with you back in the day. That was your style. You would just walk about, and then all of a sudden, boom, one shot, and then you just go. You just throw like 15 punches in a row. I will say though, your style then, obviously it's basic.
It was basic, but it worked.
It worked against me on that occasion, because I wasn't doing anything when you wasn't.
And that's what I today when I sparred, I was like, I treated it as back to basics, and I felt like I'd done the basics right. Like every time Dylan threw a shot, I'd take an half step back, and like I was going back to basics, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was good. There was an improvement in the defense. There was a change in the defense more than anything. The defense was good as it was, but it was a change in technique with it, and I like that because if Harley, I don't think he will, because I don't really think he cares a great deal. He just wants to fight. But like, if he ever does watch the fight back, with you and him, and goes, "This is what he was open doing," and he comes in and he looks for it, he's either not gonna find it, or he's at least not gonna find it as easy as he did last time. So it's intriguing seeing the changes made.
The only changes I'd say is just being a bit more basic, being a bit more textbook, and stamina. I remember sparring you, and 2 rounds I was struggling after it. Today I done 2 rounds, and I thought nothing of it. You know what I mean?
And our sparring we done a few months back wasn't much different to what you done today either. It wasn't hard sparring, nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember he was like halfway through the second round. He was like, "Oh, I think I'm downhill from here now." I remember you saying. But
you know me, I'm honest.
yeah.
too
Especially
too
now,
honest sometimes.
when you're sparring as well, you talking like obviously don't have a chit chat in the middle of the ring, but like try to say something. Like it's not always great to be silent. Give advice. Like when Dylan hit me with a good shot earlier today, I said, "Oh, I was good," because I think you had me with the body shot in round two when Niall first got there, and it was really good. I think I tried lining up a left hand, and I moved to the side to try and slip a jab or something and land a straight left, but I think it missed your head. It was a little too wide, and as I missed, you hit me with a right hook to the body. It was a good one, right to the ribs. And I'm glad I was tensing, because if I was that, and if I wasn't ready for it, it would have probably hurt a bit. Like, but you still feel it. You still feel it. Like, it was a good shot. I even said, I was like, "Whoa, that was pretty good."
I'm happy
Yeah,
I've improved. So
yeah,
happy.
yeah. I mean, those first two rounds were, I don't know. It's getting me more excited now because, like, when you sparred me, I don't know. Remember before I fought Sam when we done the sparring on the concrete? Like,
Yeah.
you then fighting Connor, I would say it's very much like 50-50. If that version of you fought Connor tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I feel like your change of style, I don't feel like you as a like your what's the word? Your stature has changed very much, but the way you hold yourself now, the fact I don't want to say it too much, but like the way your style has made more of you come
Yeah.
in the spar. I'm trying to use the right words here without telling everyone where you're done.
I
But
I think his styles
it's
will
good.
complement each other.
Yeah, it was, if it was recorded, people would have found it entertaining at least,
And
because
I
Yeah.
think
we weren't being lazy.
I think like how can I explain it? Yeah, the styles will complement each other, and I just think Dylan and Connor are actually gonna show some ability.
Yeah, this is
It's not
you're gonna
not.
see either the whole arsenal of both guys or close to that,
I
depending on how long the
like
fight goes.
obviously we've seen in these fights when people were novice like me and like when Harley like I could say he's novice, but it works.
He's just scrappy. That's what he is, and he can't box, but he can fight.
Yeah,
He's
and
a street
if it
fighter.
works, it works. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and in all fairness, he's got cardio for days. Whatever style he uses naturally works for him really well. Where he's a bit like a Yoel Romero, where he'll do nothing for like 20 seconds and he'll just explode and do a lot of make up for it then. But that style just seems to work for him, and he can take a good.
And I definitely think he's like the type of person. I I think even if he was overweight, he'd still have good stamina. I think he's just the natural stamina. He just not doesn't need to work on.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, I don't want to big up Harley a great deal, but I think out of everyone I've ever boxed, not just fought, but boxed in general, I think he's either, if he hasn't got the most natural skill I've ever seen, he's got up there with some of the best. Because if someone who's never boxed to have that good head movement, it's uncommon. Like he's got better head movement
I
than
think
than me.
he's got good fighting instincts.
Yeah, 100%. He takes a shot relatively well. Body shots he's not so good with. You see, he winces after I hit him with one, and he does mention to you that he feels like you're gonna hit him, so he's worrying about it. So that tells me that he doesn't really like body shots a great deal, but headshots he took it. I think he got like buzzed a little bit by you at one of the shots, and I think he may have got buzzed by a couple with me. I don't know if that's difficult in being.
I was a fat bastard, so I might have had a bit of a power like.
He did walk into it as well. I think
One
it was in the
oh
second
I
round.
was 175. I was a light heavyweight, didn't
Jeez, you could have fought Tommy Fury at that weight. Like, I mean, gee, you're heavier than Canelo at that time, but
Yeah.
that's mental.
Um.
Jeez.
obviously things have changed and that, but yeah,
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. It's gonna
not
be
not gonna say too much. Just
in terms of the viewing pleasure, I think it's gonna be better than the first one.
well, obviously, what's the first thing you said to me when you seen me today?
I can't remember what I said. Oh no, I said you lost weight. Yeah.
No,
And I don't mean like viewing pleasure of them looking at you. I mean like
no,
in terms of watching the fight.
oi, looking at me, they always get there with pleasure.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I guess you could say that. Yeah, I guess yeah. You losing weight is a good is might get a bit more of the female audience involved. But like no, but because I'll be honest, with my boxing videos are predominantly male viewers, and then again,
No, I don't care
it
about
just
the
in
viewing
general.
audience. I just care. Like, sounds rude, but it's just my own pleasure. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I enjoy boxing, and that's what I like doing. Win,
Yeah,
lose or draw, I'll come and box people.
yeah. I mean, if even though I lost to Harley, that people probably think like Ben's taking a break because he lost. It's not that. I explained to you on the other day quite in depth, and then I'm not going to
Yeah,
explain as in depth as that.
you was
But
I think like yeah, you was just too active. You was fighting once every fortnight. It's not good for the body, really.
yeah, I was saying at the time. Well, I'd only fought Mark at this point when I said this, I think, or I'd fought Sam and Mark, but I hadn't had a hard fight. I had a very much chess match with Mark. I didn't take a great deal of damage. I just had like a little, similar red mark to what I got now, basically. But it was nothing major. Just that all I had that night was a little red mark on the side of my cheek and a bit of whiplash in the back of my neck. But I hadn't been hit like that in a while. Um, with Sam, I didn't have any issues, obviously, but with Harley, then I've had the worst. I had the worst physical damage that I've ever had. I've had worse. I've been hit harder. I've been hit more. I think. I've been beaten up in much worse ways. Um, but it was just an accumulation of everything. Well, you probably see in my reaction video. I'll just say, obviously, I don't have it now, but I'll explain what the issues were. I had grazes on the side of my head from me holding my gloves. Every time he hit me, instead of moving out the way, I'd either get hit or I'd take it on the arms, so my gloves would move. So I scuffed the side of my head with the gloves for over 6 rounds. He threw over 350 shots at me. How many of those landed on my gloves? How many times am I doing that? Just asking for grazes. I had a cut on the inside of my top lip. I had a big old bruise on one of my ears. I'm not sure which one. It was like blue and stuff. And I couldn't sleep on it for a couple of days. I had cuts on the inside of my arms here from the Velcro of his gloves, obviously being up close. Um, yeah, it wasn't amazing. Like my hair was all knotted and everything because it was kind of long when I fought him as well. Like right after the fight, I took my gloves off, tried to run my fingers through my ear. It was catching a lot because it was so many knots. But it was fun. Like, but
It's all
that was
experience.
the
It's all
issue.
experience, yeah, really.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, should I really be enjoying myself that much when I'm in that situation, when I'm taking that kind of punishment, and I'm ending up with all those bruises and that? Should I really be enjoying it as much as I was? Because I had a lot of fun in it, and concerningly so. Like right after the fight, well, Nile was it. I took the gloves off, took the mouthpiece out, spat out some blood, and was like, "That was fun."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and I'm glad I had that attitude instead of I lost. But and I
You
didn't
could
make
have
any
been like me
excuses about it.
after.
Like
You
I
could
just
have been like me after a fight with Harley.
yeah, well, you was a bit you was disappointed, when you wasn't like you knew that without the knockdown you would have lost.
Yeah,
That was in the back of your mind. So you was very much touch and go on. It all depended on what people thought of the knockdown, if they thought it
but
was legit or not. And
but
obviously, a lot of people thought it was. So that's where
how?
the draw got. That's where the
Yeah,
draw got decided. But at the time, obviously, you're like either I lost or I got a draw. So you knew
I
you
had
didn't win.
more respect for that fight than I had for when I fought you though. But then like I had a phase where like I was on a high that particular week, and then the week after I was on a low, like, and obviously you know the situation.
Yeah.
So it was like it was weird to go from a high to such a low. Um, but it's all been for the better, you know. And I took 2 months out. I didn't think about. Obviously, I thought about it because I was watching boxing on a daily, but I didn't think about doing it till mid-September.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think in September 2018 was when we agreed to fight. When next we were going to fight in the December. It was like,
Yeah.
3 months from now. That's right. Obviously, with the pushback and everything, it was January. But I remember we went on geography trips to
Yeah, Bridgend and
didn't we?
Brecon, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, because it was during that time when I was on one of the trips. All the boys, because we were in different geography.
We
No,
were
we were in
in.
different
I'm
classes.
pretty
We were in
sure. I think you're gonna talk about Subway
Subway.
when the boys,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah. How do you know I was in Subway when it happened? Jeez. Yeah,
I
but
got
you
good
uploaded a
memory,
video,
man.
didn't you?
I got good memory. I might have
Yeah,
been
you
punched a
uploaded
few
that
times.
video.
I've been punched a few times, so I got good memory.
Sorry about that. No. No, no. No, yeah. I remember you uploaded a video called if I'm not misinformed, my retarded boxing or something like that. And it's just you eating a heavy bag, and it wasn't like too bad. Like you could just see a top half of your body, and you didn't have a top on. And other like right in the beginning, where you see you have boxers or like shorts on or something like that, you don't see it. So it looks like you're just boxing naked or something like that.
My video has
And,
definitely been deleted.
oh yeah, don't get me wrong, but I've looked for it to take the mick out of you a couple times. All right, I
You've
won't
looked
lie.
for me, Nick.
I looked for it a little while ago. I couldn't find it. I was
You're not the
gutted.
only
But
person.
I remember you was hitting it, but the boys when they showed it to me, I think they slowed it down a little bit. So you looked slow as hell. You were literally like throwing like this, like you exhale louder than anybody I know as well when you throw. By the way,
Oh, you know, after our fight, every time I'd walk down the atrium at school, people would just go.
It's class. I think it obviously is a good thing. Like I'd rather do that than what I done at the time, which was I held my breath. You know, it's not good. You're gonna get tired. Let me just turn up the stream running on my Xbox so I know if you can actually hear me or not.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's all good.
Nice laugh.
I was a bit too close to the camera there, so that's all you hear at that point. Oh yeah, Dylan Barnett's here, by the way, everybody.
Sorry, Dylan.
I have nothing to say. I'm just listening to your stories.
Man, it's vibing. Like, I saw the little thing earlier. You playing, like Shadow playing the drums. No, but yeah. Well, I'm gonna get into a couple of questions because
he's only had 2 cans of Stella, so he's doing the drums now. Give him 4 more cans, he'll be boxing now.
yeah, just the video doesn't get age restricted. We're all over the age of 18. I promise. I haven't got any proof for that, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But yeah, but so YouTube, please leave us alone. Don't age restrict this. Niall, you're just asking for it now.
You're asking for my body
It's
shoulders or my
Ribena,
neck.
everybody. It's Ribena.
Yeah, therefore.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but yeah, the one thing I'm wondering, right? Obviously, with the fight tomorrow now, it's just going to be on both channels.
Yeah.
What are you excited about with this fight?
Just people watching, to be honest. I've never boxed in front of people before. That's why I'm...
All right. I mean, it is a good experience. Obviously, I've done it now in terms of doing it in front of a crowd. I've done it twice. It is unique. It's hard to explain because
Yeah.
you got that support. It's a good thing, but also can negatively affect you because you got your mates there to support you and give you give you a bit of advice. But then when you're not 100% confident, it makes it worse, makes the nerves worse because not only is there a camera there, but also your
Yeah.
mates are there, and obviously there's nothing they can do. So you're just like, it's up to me now. I gotta put on a performance, you know. So
I go.
how do you think those nerves will affect you on the day?
I don't think it'll affect me that bad, I'll be honest, because I've been used to recording tons of things. So
That's all right.
I feel there's probably going to be some people here who are going to make me a bit nervous because I want to perform good for them. But then, yeah, that's most it. Just going to try my best.
Yeah, that's a good mentality to have. That's the thing. Like, you've done it once. You've done everything you can. It is just all about leaving it all in there, and that's another good thing. I know that you say that is trying your best. You know, making sure that you're not saving anything. You know, people
Yeah,
want to say, "Oh, I don't want to show too much because future opponents." I'm like, yeah, but then you're minimizing your chances. You're minimizing your weapons. It's like tying one hand behind your
yeah,
back, right? Like, you know what I mean? So it's always good to hear that you want to give it your best, and that. So I
yeah,
assume Connor will do the same. Um,
yeah.
and another thing I want to say is, I think I told you this before, but Connor thinks he's going to knock you out.
Mhm.
So one question, it's
One
long awaited, I
question: do
guess.
you have the
What
whiskers?
what was that?
Do you have the whiskers?
I have the whiskers.
No. Do you have the whiskers? Do you have a chin?
Do I have a chin?
He's
Yes.
on about my awkward, terrible facial hair,
I
saying I got.
reckon I do. I've been punched a couple of times. I'm fine.
Fair enough.
Never been rocked. So,
Can't
oh
be
well.
rocked. Can't be stopped.
He hasn't said he wants to knock me out. Wait, I haven't had this information.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I
I
mean, I'll be
wanna.
honest. Can I will say something.
Mhm.
Riley fought Connor. Obviously, they are fighting. I've sparred Riley a few times, so
Yeah,
not power. Riley, right after the fight, did tell Connor, "I don't hit that he don't hit as hard as me,"
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Bren.
I've hit you
Bren.
about as hard as I've hit Riley.
yeah,
You got to think of punch placement and technique and everything.
yeah.
That is the thing. In terms
It's like
of who got the most force into their shot, yeah, Connor's probably heavier. Connor probably
it's not
naturally has
even
more
about
power than me.
it's not even about weight. Like how can I explain it?
It's the way you
So
put your body into it,
so,
and
so
if
a
you just
high
switch
so a high level amateur who could be a featherweight, lightweight will probably hit harder than a middleweight who's novice.
Mm. So I probably make up for that weight difference of me and Connor
It's
then
like
by
it's
having
like
that
in the
technique.
gym. Like Biran's not that heavy. Biran's lightweight, but he hits hard because he knows how to put his body through his shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah, that's one of the things I've been practicing while training, just putting my body into shots because I haven't been doing that. Like the last part I did with you, I didn't do it. And I was just aiming for speed. Mm.
I tell you
Obviously,
what,
speed.
I felt the difference. You
I'd
can
say
see the
you've
difference
got good hand
too.
speed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's one thing that's hard with me is 9 times out of 10 I'll have that speed advantage, so I'll be able to use that a bit in my fights.
yeah,
Flick our jab out, even if I'm not much taller, I can get there before them. Whereas with me and you, it is like that with speed.
yeah.
So it is very much I can't. I have to use. I have to resort to other ways of success. So not relying on my speed. Normally,
Yeah,
well, like just spars, I've relied on me standing my ground because you never would before. Or that wasn't your style before. Where you
yeah,
would you'd back off a lot. So even if we landed the same amount of shots, I'm getting more points for being
yeah.
the but yeah, I still don't want to say too much, but um, given your new style, I'm just wondering what is your official. Get it here first, everybody. Clip this for after the fight. What is your official prediction for the fight tomorrow?
3rd round finish.
Wow, bold statement. I like it. I like it.
I gotta put it out there.
That's so we are both guys have said they're gonna knock each other out. So
Bad intentions.
you know,
Yes.
make your bets, everybody. That's got me excited as to hear that both fighters now aren't looking for points. That does tell me that it is gonna it's gonna be action, and so right. That's good things to hear. It's exciting things to hear.
From watching both of you, honestly, I do think that both of you are going to have to, at some point, go through the trenches. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a very competitive fight. I do.
I think so as well. Like what Connor has in size, you definitely make up for in technique, and experience. So it's like, who's gonna win in this situation? Is it gonna be a David and Goliath situation? Or is it just gonna, be the bigger person wins? Is it gonna be down to, what you'd expect the bigger dude to win? Or is it then gonna be like, David Hay when he fought Nikolai Valuev, where with the better technique and using his speed, to outsmart the bigger person? And so I know you probably don't know who Nikolai Valuev is, but basically, Dill, it was a 7-foot tall Russian dude, and he fought a 6'3" dude, British guy, and the 3-person one. So obviously, he by using his skill and stuff over 12 rounds.
May I add context? It was a close fight.
Yeah, it was close, but David rocked him, didn't he? So
yeah, that probably won them a fight. To be fair.
Yeah, it was close. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't an amazing fight, I'll be honest. But
no,
if
you were David A, though, it was never going to be an amazing fight. You had to do what you did to get the win.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but in terms of like the concept of it, though, I am interested to see what pans out. Like, I don't know if I said anyway publicly, but I'll say it here. I think you're going to win by decision, Dale. I think it's going to be 4 rounds to 1. I don't think it's going to be close, but I don't think you're going to win all of them. I do think he's going to have his moments. I think there is going to be a time, like Now said, where you're going to have to go through the trenches, and I think that's going to be around midway through the fight. I think Connor is probably going to start gassing in the 3rd, but I think that while he starts gassing, you're going to let your hands go and get caught with something. This is just my image of the fight, and it's going to hurt. And the 3rd round is going to be a tough one for you. But once you recover from that, you've got a tired man in front of you who's probably going to be more tired than you at that point. So I think then rounds 1 and 2 you'll win, and rounds 4 and 5 you'll win. But I think round 3 is going to just be a tough one for you, where he'll edge it because he might hurt you. That is what I'm envisioning. But I do envision you winning, a clear decision, basically. What about you now?
Good question. Good question. What, do you want like a detailed breakdown or?
Crack on with it, but yeah.
I think it's gonna be battle of the lead hands. Where both of you are gonna try and like. I don't know where to go too detailed because I don't know if both boxers have the capabilities to do so. But what I sense is like they're gonna be jabbing with each other. I think the first round is gonna be very cagey. I think they're gonna be. It's gonna be like fight or flight, in my opinion. But nevertheless, I do think the first round is gonna be cagey. I think they're just gonna be sussing each other out, seeing what they're doing. I feel like Dylan has the edge in speed.
Yeah, and oh yeah, 100%.
I
Definitely.
do think Dylan is a faster, but whether he'll be able to close the distance is another thing.
I'm gonna get the fight up on my channel beer now.
But
It's not on my, but the playlist with it in is on my channel. Let's see if I can get it.
it's actually very hard to predict.
It is a tough one because there's
Because
advantages
if
on
I
both.
was to make an honest prediction, I would be giving both boys things to expose each other on. Do you know what I mean?
Who's got it in them, like?
So obviously, I know there's things Connor doesn't do well, and I know there's things Dylan doesn't do well. So I'm gonna go
And
with.
who can figure out each other's weaknesses?
I'm gonna
That's a
go
good.
with Dylan because not just because he's on the call, but he's got the edge and speed, and I think speed will play a factor, and speed equals power and stuff. So I do think that. I think once he lets his first combination go, then the confidence will pick up from there.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think Dylan. I think Dylan would take it in a close fight.
On points.
Yeah. But after round
You see
4,
it.
after round 4 and 5 are going to be very tough.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting, and obviously, because being a good fight, an exciting fight, I do think I agree with you that rounds 4 and 5, both of them are it's just whatever's left in the tank basically, and I just think that Dylan's gonna have
And
more,
that's where I go back to
because
fight or flight.
Connor did say, yeah, and Connor did say though that after the Rowley fight that he was a little bit nervous about gassing, but that was it, and they were only doing 3-2s. So if he's worried about it then, doing 5-2s against someone who isn't gonna backpedal as much as Riley, it's gonna force him. It's gonna force the issue more. So it's gonna make him more tired. So if he's worried about, just walking forward, throwing every now and then in 3-2s, then having to throw a lot in 5-2s, that's over twice as hard. So yeah, I just see him getting tired around end of round 2, midway through round 3, and I think that's just where Dylan. I think you'll snatch the early rounds. Round 3, I think he'll just take, because I think you'll be slightly outpointing him first 2 rounds. So you'll just be figuring him out, and
Sponsored
then
to
round 3,
Sponsored to
round 3 you'll have his moment. They'll take him. They'll take the 3rd round, and then from that point on, you'll gas. You'll be tired too, but not as bad as him, I think. And yeah, you'll just. I think the rounds 4 and 5 will be the most decisive then for you.
Oh, look at the head on that.
That's just
That's brilliant.
my. I'm just watching it now. I will say, I think I understand why Riley said he.
Would you like me to get the fight up on my lappy?
Yeah. Crack on with it.
It might be a bit delayed on the stream, but may I add, I think Riley is decent. He just lacks confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head. He's got alright. His movement's alright. He's a bit too.
Sometimes he can be a bit jittery. But
yeah, he's fast as well, Riley, and he hits alright. He hits pretty hard for his size, but because he's so small.
UK, that's gonna suit me later on.
This could all be yours.
Yeah, join Nile Rudge in a drunk stream later on in the evening for anyone interested.
What, drunk
by the way?
in the middle of town?
I wish I wasn't. That'd be funny.
Going round town with my phone in my hand. Hey guys, teasing anonymous here.
Do you know, I actually have got the raw footage of the fight. If I know I can share my screen.
Unless I know.
If I just quickly, I want everybody seeing all
Why is
the
it being
rubbish
uploaded in
memes and
only
all that in
240?
my.
Yeah, you could tell the
Yeah.
face off.
It's because
you tell her the face off of Riley was gonna lose.
yeah, he looked nervous. Connor looked fine and he
Why is
looked
it
relaxed.
only being uploaded in 240?
I don't know. My raw video is at like 1080 720. So what I'll do now is if I can, I'll share.
If you want.
Sometimes YouTube like uploads it at lower quality to get it out faster, so you might have clicked something like that. So I used to I uploaded my videos on like a lower quality to get them out quicker.
You may have done
Might
that.
do
I mean, yeah, I'm a share my screen to you guys. I'll show you the
He
raw
just
footage.
holds his hands very low.
Nice Michael mentioned me.
Can you see it?
Hopefully. Yeah.
Michael just said smile for the camera sexy, so I've got a smile.
Hey, that means he's probably gonna tell Connor everything you're saying. So,
Yeah.
and again, if you believe it, you believe it, innit? So,
Mystic
Like-
Mac.
we're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
Are you playing it now?
Can you guys see my screen?
It's just grayed out.
No, it's I'm just on my.
I
Oh,
can-
right. Right. If the video works, anyway.
Technical issues.
Oh well. Then again, if Niall can't see it, then
Ooh,
neither
you
can
up?
the stream. Oh, UFC notification. Wait, what was the fight? Oh, the first Raw's Naomi Yunus fight. Yeah, it's. I don't know what the issue is. Like, it's weird. It's only with you though.
Mind and that's getting exposed, beer, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's working now.
Yeah, so it's not doing anything. So just play it on mine. Ben. 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 Dylan, can you hear me? Dylan. Do tech difficulties.
If I can still run through it like this,
Hello?
I would just dragging the finger along the bottom. So I like the right he's fainting, and he's reacting to the feints, but he's not moving his feet. So that means that his body's open when he's doing that. His hands are low, which, so he's got the right idea, but I will say that him not moving his feet is a weakness. If you think to the head, you go to the body, that's a good idea. And the way he's angled there, he may be able to get a pull counter, but I don't think he has the IQ for it. Mm-hmm.
I still can't see it, so I'm gonna put it on mine now, right?
Alright, then crack on.
Right, I'm starting round 1, okay? Can you see it on my stream?
So just pause it when you feel like it's something of note.
Alright.
I forgot you guys can still see me. You just see me chilling like that. You guys can just see me like it's. Oh, you can't anyway. The stream can't.
I'll just say there's like such a noticeable size advantage. Just a bit of telegraphing from a corner.
Yeah, he was very much telegraphing.
I'm searching the video on YouTube on the boxing interviews. There it is. Not showing my TV.
Riley makes
that's
a
right,
mess,
today.
bruh. Jab to the body.
See, he has good like.
It's just one shot at a time from Riley, really. The corner is quite he's slower than I remember.
That's the thing. The speed difference between you two is like, it is going to be very.
I did say just now you're a little bit quicker. I think it might be a bit more. No, nice shot. I mean, we can all say it's balance, but balance doesn't matter if you land, you know.
Hesitance. It is his hesitance. He doesn't. I think
one shot at a time, and he's pulling away with his chin behind his feet. And every time corner lands, it's literally like he's spinning him about. So he's got good power.
Alright, stop.
I think that does go down to Riley though as well, because he does spin every now and then in sparring, so under nerves and stuff.
So you give him a standing 8.
Now, tell me, do you think the first standing 8 was fair?
Yeah, it was a decent shot. Like, I thought like the stoppage was premature, but we'll go on to that.
Can I tell you why though? You don't really hear it that well. If you listen carefully, you hear it. After Riley gets hit with a straight right, I say, Riley, get that work rate up, and he says, I can't. So, you know, when he's telling me that, I'm thinking, I wanted to stop the fight then, and I say, Riley, don't tell me that, or I'm going to stop the fight. And obviously I told him plenty of times, stop to, get that work rate up. And he doesn't throw a single punch after that, and Connor starts unloading again. And I say, Riley, last warning. And as I say that, he spins again. So I just go, actually, it's over. Because it was only going downhill from there. Like, the fight was technically over, you know what I mean? We all knew Riley was going to lose. He was not coming back from that.
The second one was
and because it was their first time, I don't want their first experience being getting dropped and stuff, you know?
The second standing 8 was premature.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It was a little early.
Mostly on gloves, to be fair.
Yeah. It's the output it is that's concerning. But yeah, when you look at it for what's actually landing, yeah, I'll agree with that.
Like, personally, if I was reffing this, I'd wait for a second wind. But I don't like stopping it premature.
Oh.
Right, last one in. Stop.
That's what Riley says I can't with the work rate. If he plays corner, he even lets him off for a sec before he comes back in. And then I say, Riley, last warning, spins, and I'm like, stop.
It was...
So...
I felt like our fight was very unsatisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like that as well. Because it was over so quick, and, there wasn't a great deal of big shots landed by either person. It was probably I don't know what fight, like, where that would rank in terms of from most exciting fights. So, like, out of all of the fights that's happened, 6 or 7 of them, depending on if you... Well, alright, all boxing videos, because I'll count the one of me and Dylan in this then. Because obviously, it is a good boxing video. I see the Harley fight with me was the most exciting.
Yeah.
Then the fight with me and Sam, just because of my output. If you want to see someone get beat up, that is what you want. That is what you want to watch. Like that, there is excitement in that.
At times
Obviously,
you
it's
can,
not.
at times you could say you and Harley was like that.
Yeah. Especially later rounds, aye.
Hmm.
But the first like 4 rounds were really bloody good, and then the last 2 were just kind of tough. Then But
Yeah, because
because
after
it
the
was just
first
one
4, I
division
had
stuff
a
like that.
3-1.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
and
It was
I,
59-55.
and if I can
That
remember,
was
there was another round, and I can't quite remember because it's been about 3 months ago now, something like that.
yeah.
I want to say 59-56. It was one like really close round. I couldn't define who won.
Round 1 was a close one, and round 4. No, round 4 he took. Round 1 was a close one because the first 2 minutes of round 1 was like edging it towards me, but the last minute, Ali had me with a really good combo. Actually buzzed
Because
me.
there's one round where you win the first 2 minutes, and then the last minute he just comes on, and his
Yeah,
work in the last minute was better than your 2 minutes.
yeah. I think that was the first round. Round 4 was a good one, but we were both just beating each other up in that. But he just was getting the slight. He was like the last one to land on almost every exchange. So, but it was like it was back and forth. But I think he took he took round 4, he took round 1, and then 3, 5, and 6 were one-way traffic basically. Um, Round 3 was meant to be my round off because I was feeling it a little after round 2, and I wanted to be able to press on. So I I took round 3 off. Didn't help. So in round 4 I gave it. So but then after round 4 I was absolutely shattered again. So round 5 there was just nothing left, and it was exactly the same at round 6 until the last like 20 seconds. Whereas when you said there's 20 seconds left, I was like, all right, I gotta give it now. So I did, and I just threw like a couple of good shots in at the end of round
I'm sure.
6, and
I'm trying
that
to
was
look.
basically
I'm
it.
trying to look, but I'm swearing me and Buran. Oh, that's the way I scored it.
It hasn't come up yet on my thing.
Fifty-nine,
99
55.
Harley, 99 after round 2. Yeah, that's fair. I'm
Whereas,
surprised no one has even mentioned like a 10-8 in round 5 because round 5 is hard to watch.
yeah,
But then again, I'm not hurt, and I am throwing. Round 5 he didn't hurt me. There was just a lot of like 60% shots he hit me with. Like ones he weren't forcing with, but they didn't feel good. But there was one of those rounds where I kind of just went into a lull when he was hitting me. Like I just kind of went into this like trance where I don't know. It's hard to explain. I enjoyed round 5. It was honestly like his voice in the back of my head saying, "Oh Ben, keep taking this. It feels good." I was getting some kind of weird pleasure out of getting hit. It was weird, honestly.
yeah.
That's why I took a break as well. I didn't spar because I've been hit so many times that I was literally starting to enjoy it, and I shouldn't be having that. I'm supposed to be moving out the way of these shots, not taking them and thinking that's a good thing. So I wanted to get my old style back, where I get out the way of shots and rather not get hit. So that's something I wanted to sort out, was to not have the willingness to get hit like that again, or at least
Yeah.
not till I have the stamina to give it back. So it was around that time I started working, so I didn't have the time then. So that's I have the time now, but I worked in my first job, didn't I? So I didn't have the time at that point because I was working 12-hour shifts. So it was I had next to no energy. On my days I was working, I had no time, and then the only time I'd even be in the house awake would be right before a 12-hour shift, which is which is stupid o'clock in the morning, or late in the afternoon,
Coming home.
or right after one, which, let's be honest, after a 12-hour shift, am I going to want to make a YouTube video? No. So I have to be honest.
Dylan. Can you hear me, Dylan?
Yeah.
What would you say has made you improve the most in boxing?
Improve.
Yeah, could you? I don't know if I could turn you up on mine, but because you sound quiet, you sound a bit quiet.
I can't turn my thing up.
I know, otherwise I'll be back in a sec. Now I'm not gonna leave the call. I'm just
Yeah, go on. What would you say has made you improve the most?
Probably sparring with Ben, to be honest. Like, without the spars I've done with Ben, I'd be nowhere near as good as I am now, at all. Obviously, I've been training, I've been running, doing exercises, all that stuff, but yeah, definitely spar with Ben.
How much sparring have you done with Ben?
I think we've sparred about 4 times now, pretty sure. You were
And
there
every
for, like,
time you go better, is it?
yeah.
I have noticed a significant improvement.
Yeah. Thank God.
I noticed today when I sparred you, but just little things you've done since before.
Yeah.
Cause me and Ben were saying, right, that even though I beat Ben convincingly in our fight, that's not a representation of that's not a representation of where we are now.
Yeah.
So I feel like the first time I sparred you, you was a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Because Ben's a very good boxer, and then people who want to spar who spar me think I'm gonna be way better than Ben, but I'm not. It's just a style.
man, you're making me blush, but
It's just oh, I'm gonna put you on full screen now. Anyway,
oh, you can see it now.
anyway,
Yeah, my video's still there. Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah. So like the first time I sparred you, it was quite like I did have to go to first gear. I was just being defensively
Yeah.
occupied because I wanted to like improve your confidence. But today I didn't have to do that. You was just coming for me, without
Yeah.
even having to be egged on. You just try different things, and that's
Yeah.
what sparring's about. It's like I was trying new things against you today. It's
Yeah.
just sparring is just practicing really.
Yeah.
And you can't beat sparring because sparring is this is why I prefer doing sparring over pads and shit like that, because pads don't do anything for me. Sparring's like the actual. It's like
Yeah.
when you do when you driving test. The only way you're gonna learn is being out on the roads, having your driving lessons, or having your type. If you're lucky enough to insure yourself as a provisional, your father will take you out, or your uncle or whatever. And then the more you drive as a learner, the easier it is going to be passing your test.
Yeah.
So it's like I was sparring. The more you spar, the easier it'll become. Ben Ritchie's feeding himself.
I think it. Food was ordered around the time the thing started. Got here about 15 minutes after, and I thought my sister was going to bring it up to me. No, she didn't. So
What have you
I
got?
was just like, oh, I can't wait any longer now. So now or never, I guess.
What have you done?
But No, Dill, I've got an interesting question, right? So, Matt, let's paint the scenario, right? You stop Connor in the third round, right? You know, your hand gets raised by either me or Niall as the ref, and the camera gets put on you. What's coming out of your mouth?
I don't know. I haven't planned that yet.
He's dribbling.
Guess we'll just have to see because it's not one of those things you can just imagine. It matters how the fight is, matters, how well we've performed. I can't just.
Let's say you perform to the best of your ability, and you're very much happy with the performance. You put on like a similar performance to how I did with Sam Burnham, let's say. You know, you put on not flawless performance because sometimes that's not enjoyable to watch, but you know, a performance where you can really say like they didn't really have much for me. Like if you do that to Connor,
Hang on, boys.
whose name? Let's say whose name are you calling?
Ooh. I don't know. Maybe we can get a new person. Box. Do you know what? I might just leave it up to someone to call me out because I don't really have anyone in mind.
Are you gonna call out anyone?
I don't think I can because, well, obviously it's you and Ben, and then there's Riley. If Riley wants to box, I'll box Riley. Connor, no. There's not many people I can really spar. Well,
I'll say that if you beat Connor, there's no point in fighting Riley.
Yeah.
who do you think I should fight after Connor?
That's a tough one.
Exactly.
There's of people who I don't know who are local who want to box. So I'm sure that well, if anybody watches this after this is uploaded on YouTube, then on my channel, comment down below on the video if you want to box Dylan. That's just to all the people watching this now after the stream is over.
Am I allowed to put my name in a hat or not?
Well, I don't really want to fight you, Dill. Me and you already trained so many times, and the fact you're my cousin as well, I don't really want to go up. You know, I like training with you. I like sparring you, but I feel like that's where it should be.
I'll put my name in a hat purely because I haven't fought for ages, and obviously due to work commitments and university, I would like to. I would like to come back.
Yeah, just go for it. See who plays. I've got to go because I gotta go town now.
After the skate park is a bit.
Nah, I'm meeting someone and then coming back up.
Oh, getting it, but
Spoon's Toilets is having it later on. I see Dylan Barnett in Spoon's Toilets with a mystery who he's gonna meet.
Guess who is? It's for Rock. Anyway, time is ticking. So I'm gonna head off though.
Alright, but nice to speak to you and good luck on the fight.
Have a nice day, bud.
See you.
Ta, but the champ has spoken, everybody. Yeah, that was
and Corner Day up on Ben Machine Gun's channel.
Close enough. Yeah, on the Ben MC Scully YouTube channel, the fight between Dylan Barnett and Connor Day will be uploaded either tomorrow evening or Sunday morning, depending on what time I can do it and edit the video. Probably Saturday afternoon, I'd assume.
Well, if I had a choice between watching Shakur Stevenson and Jameel Aaron or Connor Day and Dylan Barnett, I'd pick Connor Day, Dylan Barnett. Joking.
This guy knows value. No, but
because I got a feeling
it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good fight.
I got a feeling Shakur Stevenson and Jameel Aaron's gonna be a chess match.
I don't feel like this will be a chess match. So, if you like chess matches, go to a chess tournament. If you want to see a fight, watch this video.
How's your
and yeah, just make sure to go to the BenMG Scully YouTube channel. I don't mean to shout out my channel on your stream
Come
now,
on,
but
Ben, plug yourself. Plug yourself.
yeah, well, I got a channel called BenMG Scully. I've done boxing on it. I've got sparring videos. I've got running vlogs. I've got me talking about upcoming fights, me reviewing previous fights, and I'm gonna have a great deal of more exciting content coming forward. And obviously, the fight tomorrow will be on there too. So make sure to go to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to be that extra.
Oh, what's that face you pulling?
If you want to step our relationship up to the next level.
Wow, Ben. Can't believe he's done that. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes in case he joins back, and if he doesn't, I'm off. Whereas it has been a good chat with the boys. I don't know. Barnett.
Oh, Ben.
I don't know where Ben's gone.
I'm watching it while I'm getting dressed. Going back.
I don't know where Ben's gone. He froze for 2 seconds and went.
Hang on. I'm so it doesn't end. Right,
Ben
well,
Ricky.
yeah, here he is. I'm looking forward to this.
I got called.
Anyway, I'm off again.
I got called by a scam caller. Said it's this call from Manchester. It's like, hello, Indian dude, right?
Hello, have you had a car crash recently?
my mum used to have it all the time for like 3 years, like at least like once a month. She'd get a call like saying, "Oh, claiming insurance on this car accident." She's like, "I don't even drive." Like, ridiculous. Never, and I'd never been in a car accident at that point. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but sad one now saying that my phone contract expired like 4 years ago. Haven't even had this phone contract for 4 years. Okay.
I don't know if that's an option, to be honest.
And they're saying if I give them my details and stuff, they can get me a new phone and a new phone contract. So I'm like, ooh, wow, amazing.
My dad was doing something earlier. You got to pay something off. And slightly off a boxing topic now, sorry. I said to my father, you never, ever, ever give your details over a phone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm known for giving up, I don't know, being a bit gullible then, let's say, but
yeah.
I'm sorry, but because of the stigma Indian people on phones give Indian, workers, like people in call centers and stuff,
yeah,
I immediately associate it with
scams.
Callers, because there is a massive scam call market in India, even though that one said Manchester, England. Yeah, doesn't sound Manchester, I'll be honest. Sounds more like, like an Indian person than, an Oasis member.
Dude, I haven't listened to Oasis neighbours. Oh no. Tell you right, because I was listening to Master Plan the other day.
Oh, Master Plan's class.
It's a good, it's a good, like, how can I explain it? Like a highlight of something. Like first time I heard that song was I was watching the Darts World Championship last year, and after they done like an end of tournament highlight thing, so like not a trailer, like an outro.
Alright, yeah.
It's one of those types of music, so you just it's something to sum up.
Yeah, Master Plan's great. Like one of my favorite Oasis songs. So it was a good one to listen to. I think he done it when I watched Noel live. Actually, no, he didn't. No.
I missed Liam in Reading because I was too knackered on a Sunday.
Did you watch KSI?
No. I was in Toby Carvery, but
priorities, but
I was too tired on a Sunday to do anything.
Yeah, I like KSI's music. It's pretty decent, but I don't really like watching him live because it's all playback over him. And rappers are normally not that great live. They're just going, yeah.
Stormzy was alright, good live.
I heard
He's,
Stormzy was good.
he's talented, he is.
That's the thing, you have him talented rappers, but a lot of them aren't.
Yeah.
You know, like KSI. I'm just being honest. KSI can write a good song. He has decent songwriting skills, but he can't. He's not a great performer. I'll be honest. Like, I've seen a couple of his things. He mainly just and he'll rap for half the
most of his
sentence
good
and then
songs,
just stop.
most of his good songs include features.
Mm.
I can't. The only good songs he's done live, by himself, is On Point. But I thought more so the music, the amount of money he must have paid to make our video, because our video was quality.
All you do is $500,000.
Yeah, it was quality.
Yeah, the video is what sold that song. The song's pretty good, but the music video is just amazing. The video was the diss track, you know. So it was good though. I loved that song when I first heard it because I was proper in the KSI Logan Paul hype train at that point. So I loved that. I even bought the pay-per-view for the first one on YouTube. I didn't with the Sky Sports one. I just watched True Geordie's watching of it.
I remember watching the second one.
I prefer the first fight to the second.
The second one, I pulled an all-nighter for it.
Jeez.
So about 10 past 11, I was watching Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, thinking, come on, waste some time. And I sadly, even though I'm supposed to be a hardcore boxing fan, I sadly got blessed with Devin Haney against Santiago and Billy Joe Saunders against the Argentinian Caceres. Those fights weren't exciting at all. And even though I'm a hardcore boxing fan, I actually just wanted those cases in Logan Paul. Oh yeah, and you had Nikita Barbie against that guy who got disqualified like for fake.
Batista.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't think he's boxed since. I don't think anyone would pay him after what he did that time.
Me too. He got it in the back of the head when he was getting battered anyway, and then he got it in the back of the head, got up, took like ages, pretending he didn't understand any bloody English when they tried speaking to him. And as soon as the doctor came in and was like, "Can you stand up?" he stood up immediately. He was like, "Oh, you can stand up now." When the ref was saying, "Get up, get up," he was like, "Ow, ow, ow, ow," like that. And when he let him continue, he got battered for another 20 seconds. Then he lashed out for him. Then he swung for him twice after the bell. So he just got disqualified. Like, ridiculous.
Pepsi Max here, man. On a Pepsi Max.
All the best KFC you have in it. That's what I was having, by the way. I don't mean to, this isn't a promo. How many things have I plugged on this stream?
Twister wrap?
Yeah. I was going to say, how do you know, but I was just eating the wrap in it.
No, I like the Kentucky mayo ones, I do. Garlic mayo.
I had a sweet chili one I had.
Oh, I can't hack it. My mouth be burning.
Are you not a spicy food person then?
No. Christ, Ben. A coma. I struggle with coma, but...
You're joking about that, isn't it?
Serious. I eat curry. Well, I don't eat curry. I like it curry, but I can't hack it.
If we weren't live streaming now, I would have made a joke. Literally, my mind made the joke and I was about to say it.
You can't.
Yeah.
Dark sense of humor.
I really wanted to say it, but I know I'm going to get cancelled. People aren't going to watch my videos if I said that joke. I have a bad sense of humour, let's just say. An inappropriate sense of humour. To where I can't really say half my jokes that I think of out in public or on camera.
I was going to say it's that, but you won't get cancelled, but people have.
Yeah, that's right anyway. But no, I mean, I used to be the same with curry and spicy food in general. But
obviously, racism is quite bad. So like, this person got cancelled for that for a while, and then the other one was homophobia, which it wasn't homophobia. It was just like I don't agree with it, and the biological argument then got cancelled.
People get cancelled for anything these days, like. If they
like
say,
my opinions about things shan't be broadcast on you.
Mm.
Because they're bad.
I try to not make. I try not to be
I wouldn't say
controversial.
bad. I just don't go with the agenda.
Mm. Anything where people will be annoyed of you having a different opinion to them, I try not to talk about on my channel. So like, I try not to talk about politics. Try not to talk about.
I can't stick politics.
I try not to talk about drama. So like, Logan Paul with the Suicide Forest. If I had a YouTube channel at that time, I wouldn't have talked about it, even though everyone else wanted it. Even though everyone else was talking about it, Ross and Logan Paul about it, I wouldn't have, because well, no, that wasn't really controversial. It was just bad. But let's say, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a controversial thing where you could get pushed one way or the other. Like,
It's hard to talk
know.
about 50-50s nowadays because it's either 0 or 100 now. Like in the present day, like in like 10 years ago, it was 50-50 topics.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot. I can't put my finger on one in particular, but there are a lot of things like you can't talk about nowadays without somebody. If you have an audience, there's going to be a selection of people, even if they're a minority.
Feminism, I think that's 50-50.
Feminism. A lot of people they get
straight.
slated for talking about the the downsides of being a guy, and they get slated by lots of feminists. And like the argument of not all guys are pigs and stuff. I don't want to get into it because obviously it's a bit too you get a bit of backlash and stuff. But I know I won't get on you, but in general, but especially on my channel, especially if I made a video about it, I feel like I'm asking for drama, and I don't really want drama on my channel. I mean, I'm already punching people in the face and getting hit. I'm already dealing with any consequences if I run my mouth.
I'd say
I don't want to give people another reason to punch me.
I'd say like the argument about all guys are pigs, blah blah blah. Most of that is one bad experience in life. Just one. That doesn't reflect the rest. Most of the stuff we experience in life, right? We just get one bad experience and we wash our hands with the thing.
A lot of the times, like, you relate that whatever it is that gave you the experience with that so bad experience, and just consider it bad, Like, use an example. I know so many girls, more often than not, a girl that I'll know will be very hesitant to get into a relationship because they've been screwed over by a person before and they've had their head screwed up with. So
why do I feel like this is gonna relate to me down the road? Oh, this is the Bo talking now.
Maybe, but obviously more often than not,
because
girls I know, like,
I'll talk about things that I wouldn't,
I mean, it's like girls I know, they just won't. I feel like I'm venting now. This is from personal experience for me as well, but is why I'm talking about it. But yeah, a lot of girls I know just won't take that extra step into a relationship because of previous experience, and they're very much on the fence. Then so it feels like you got to prove to them that you're actually a nice person when in reality you shouldn't really have to.
You got to prove something. It's annoying. It's really annoying. It's like I'm trying to pick my words carefully because
yeah, all the fair watching right now are like this with their keyboards.
It's annoying when you go prove something because, in my opinion, if you don't give it a chance, like it hurts more when you don't give someone a chance rather than you've been in something for a couple. I tried to like not relate it to myself, but I think it might have to. Being in a relationship, right? Let's fuck it. You've been in a relationship in a couple of years. You spend most of those 2 years with them. like actually seeing him like 3-4 times a week. Easier when I was younger because now I'm in uni. It's different. So you know them. You know every little thing about them. But when you don't give it a chance, you don't know much about them. So that hurts more because you never give it a chance. Whereas when you give it a chance, when you give someone a chance, you're more objective. You can have an objective opinion, so negatives, positives. When you don't give it a chance, you can't have an objective opinion because you don't know. You can't talk with someone you don't know about, and that just comes with age, others. But I feel like I read people better now than I did when I was like a year ago, 18 months ago. So like I just not me. Why do I say I? I just have a chance, you know. It's like with boxing. Give yourself a chance. Don't just not do it.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Like it's as if, all right, let's say we have a bad sparring session, then we quit boxing because we get hurt. Like it's relating one bad experience then to the whole of everything, and you look at the big picture. You don't look at you relate that as the big picture of oh, it ended really bad, therefore I'm not going to do it again because I don't want that to happen again. Whereas in reality, in that relationship, how many good times did you have compared to those bad times?
Yeah, when you don't give it a chance, you don't know if it's whether it's good or bad, and you just end up confused. Like,
I mean, well, so I'm going to refrain from using any names, but in the last year, I didn't get with someone, but I was close to. I mentioned to you before,
yeah,
they were just like on like jumping one side of the fence to the other on if they like me or not, and it proper like confused me, and that I was on the fence then with relationships for a while as well.
When it confuses you, it messes with your bloody head.
Like I think it is like 100 times more important to focus on yourself, and if you feel like you're not all there with mental health and stuff, then you need to sort yourself out before someone else, because some people will look for a relationship if they have bad mental health and feel like that's going to fix their problems. No, a relationship is supposed to add to your happiness, not be the reason for your happiness, because if you have that and your relationship is all you have without to stop you from being mentally ill or anything, then not only are you gonna let that person manipulate you by what's the right word, catering to all of their needs because you need them to be there for you, but also then but then if they start taking advantage of you, that's gonna go right over your head. So you're just asking.
You're not gonna notice because you're in a place.
Yeah, you're in that vulnerable position. You're in that desperate position. That's not where a relationship should be like. You know what I mean? I say that like I'm some kind of expert. Trust me, I'm not. This is I've just known.
I don't think it's a hard concept to understand. It just comes with age.
Yeah, age, experience. That's exactly where it comes from. And it's not
16 to 18. You probably learn more than you will ever do any other point in your life.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Because I think everyone has that transition period.
You turn from boy to man, girl to woman.
Exactly.
By the way, there's only 2 bastard genders. Go on.
Somebody leave another joke that no, well, you just got a ton of dislikes on this video now. Good job. It reminds me of another joke now with my awful sense of humor that I can't say. I'll message it to you after. But yeah, it's bad. I'll do it after the stream because I'm not risking you showing our chat on stream. Yeah, it's bad, but No, it is. I can see my red mark on the stream.
Yeah,
I'm looking at my
I
TV.
I can see it.
Yeah. It's probably because I haven't been hit in a while, so my body's just bruising easier. That's probably what it was. That's probably why I didn't look bad against Harley, because he hit me so many times. But obviously, all the times I'd sparred and fought and been hit in general over the last 6 weeks at that point, I probably had thick skin, like, you know what I mean, from the damage, and my body was just kind of used to it. Whereas this is the first time I've been hit with any intent in, I don't know, 2 months. So, you know, it's that shock to the system again. Even though I wasn't hesitant like I was against Mark, which was my natural reaction to get hit after, you know, a while there. I didn't have that this time, thankfully. But that's because my style's changed as well. I'm not going to allow myself to do that again. That's not what my style is like now.
Yeah.
I do stand my ground a bit more now. You know, I don't want to spoil it for any future opponents, but right now, me without any training, that, you know, performed alright. But you saw me earlier today, so I was alright. Like, you know, not my best at all. Like, I'm sure you can agree, but I was alright.
I thought when I turned up, I thought like it was a mixture of Dylan improving and you not being as sharp as you normally would be. So when you get
It
those
did
two,
bridge that, didn't
when
it?
you get
That's the
those two
thing.
together, when you get those two together, you naturally think, oh, what's happening to myself? Well, but it's like me and Dylan. Me and Dylan's not as one-sided as it was before.
Mm. I wouldn't. It wasn't one-sided in a way like you battered him or nothing. You just landed. You just landed and he didn't because he was nervous, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I think in that first spot where he didn't land anything. I can't remember him landing anything.
I don't think he did either, I'll be honest. I remember recording it. I don't really think he landed much. You didn't land much either. I think in 2 minutes you probably landed like 3 shots, and he didn't land anything. Like, when it's not you or someone you know fighting, you see it for what it is. And like, if I didn't know either you guys, I probably wouldn't be able to sit through 30 seconds watching that.
It was boring, but like I was hoping. I knew he didn't have much confidence, so I was like, come to me, because you're helping yourself and I'm helping my defense, which is what happened today.
Yeah, your defense was good, and obviously he did hit you a couple times. So
No, well, I'm not
you know.
gonna. I'm not gonna go swimming and not drown, am I? And I know,
Yeah,
and I know that's the wrong analogy, but I gotta use that because I can't swim.
you can't swim.
No,
I can barely, but
there's only one part of me that can swim, Ben.
all right, moving on. I have a PG channel, right? And I know yours isn't, but I say that I got a PG channel. I've never sworn on my channel, but you know, other people have. Harley swore a couple times. I think you swore on it. Riley swore on it. Sam has sworn on it. It's like all my bloody opponents just swear on my channel, on my videos. I probably just start. Oh, the champ is back. The champ.
That was disgusting. Never say that again.
What?
The swimming. Happy.
The champ is here. I just my shit right here. This shit is
A future champ.
Yes.
We're gonna get a 1-0 champ.
Oh yes.
So I'm bloody looking forward to this now tomorrow. Less than 24 hours, literally. But just before I jumped on the stream, because obviously we jumped on stream at 1 p.m. or around that, and the fight at 1 p.m. tomorrow. I have a countdown. I have like a countdown thing, like you set dates and stuff. I have a countdown timer, and it said literally as I'm going on Discord making the server, it says Dylan Barnett versus Connor Day tomorrow. So I was like, oh.
What is that?
Barnsniff is the champ.
Barnsniff is
Think
the
about you
champ.
better than me. The champ is you.
Who would you say is the unofficial Aberdeen boxing champ then?
Probably you, because you just make.
Nah,
I wouldn't say there is one.
I was the champ before
You need to
Harley.
find a
And I was a
belt from
draw.
somewhere.
Right, because it's a draw. Kept my title. Let's go.
I have one! Oh my god!
I think
Hey, there he is.
I
Champ
have
with his
the
WWE belt.
Oh, yeah.
rankings wise, I'd put Harley 1, me
You
second.
won. Harley, like interim champ, after beating me.
I'd put Harley 1 because he won more rounds against me than I did against him, but I put him on his ass.
Yeah. I will say though, I do hold my head highly a little bit. I'm the only person to not drop Harley yet still win a round. I will say that. Obviously, I'm on round 2.
I don't even know if that's a good thing.
Well, I'm the only one to do it. So at least for me, I think that's alright. To not drop Harley, but to win a round without a knockdown. But then again, you're the only person to drop anyone in the whole YouTube boxing thing.
Power. No, it weren't power. It was his terrible footwork.
Yeah,
But I
it
do
was
have power.
him being off balance.
When he took off his jumper and kept that Man United top over, the whack him to the body a bit hard, like,
Now you're taking this too far.
I didn't even realise there's a Man U logo on his image on here as well.
No,
Oh, yes.
he took his jumper off and see that Man U top, I was like, bend him up in the temple, yeah.
It's Fat Wayne Rooney.
I tell you what, if you beat Connor and then you do fight me,
Yeah.
can you please wear a Man United top?
No.
And I'll wear my Liverpool one.
They'll come at you like a raging bull.
No way. Rather wear my WWE Championship belt around my neck.
Should we put the belt around the person who wins?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bring the belt tomorrow. Bring the belt tomorrow.
Will do.
Well, if Connor beats you, I haven't even announced this, right? If Connor beats Dylan tomorrow, everyone, he wants to fight me because I'm the person who, I'm the one with the most, who gets the most, most well known. All right. I'm the one who has the bigger reach, I guess. And think of the storyline. He beats Riley, one of my longest friends. He beats Dylan, who obviously I'm good friends with, and is my cousin. And it's like he's worked his way up the ladder, and then he fights then the biggest name of the Aberdeen boxing scene. So
Wait, if he loses, what would he do? Because
I couldn't relate to her, because if people beat my cousins, I'd actually fucking be happy. And I say cousins and boys now, and I'm not. We will not promote women's boxing. Feminists. Oh, it's not fair.
no, feminists will want it. Feminists will want it because it's got like equal things, isn't it?
You're not getting paid the same as me and Ben are. Me and Ben get 2 chips for winning. You only get half.
I don't know what Connor's going to do if he loses. I think he said he'll take a break if he loses and go to the gym properly.
Yeah.
Take instead of doing another fight if he loses, which is fair. He did say, "Oh Ben, you should fight Dylan then. You give him a chance." I'm like, "Yeah, but Dylan's my cousin. Neither we don't want to fight each other, and we've already sparred on my channel anyway, so that spectacle is already there." So if you want to see us box each other, it's already there. If you know what I mean, even though it's not a fight, Plus, me and you, it's the same as if like me and Nell were to box each other. One, we don't want to.
Yeah.
Because we've done so many rounds together now that we know everything there is to know. It's going to be quite boring to the untrained eye, I think, if me and Nile box, because we know all of each other's tendencies. So it is, other than the fact of legacy, for the fact that it was the original one, there isn't any other reason to do it really. And obviously Niall's fighting Harley, someone who fought better than Niall in their first fight and beat me. So Harley is higher up on the ladder than me right now. So that's just how it is.
Yeah, like in
I
my
don't know.
eyes, I'd only want to fight Hardy because it's one. Well, right. Regardless of what order you think, it's 1 versus 2.
1 versus 2. What do you mean?
Yeah, so the best 2.
Right.
But if I'm not fighting them, I'd probably fight the winner of Dylan and Connor because they'd be the best of the rest outside you.
Mm.
So that's my thoughts.
Good. That's a good one.
Because I doubt me and Hardy will happen for a while just because work and that.
The only thing is, I'll say, is like almost all of my opponents basically, other than Connor if he beats Dylan, they're all going to be like debutants then, because everybody I fought other than Harley, it was their first fight, and I don't want to. Obviously, I don't want to fight you now. I don't want to fight Dylan.
I fought you on your debut, I fought Harley on his debut. So
Yeah, well, you've only fought debutants. You get to fight someone with experience now.
Yeah.
So, well, Harley's got just as much as you now because he's had 2 fights as well. So he's actually got more ring time than you. Think about it.
Yeah.
You went 6 rounds, didn't he? He's fought for 24 minutes, and you fought for.
However, if you include sparring, there's no comparison.
Oh yeah, of course. I think that 24 minutes is all of it with him.
And runs of rounds.
That's true. That's the thing. Like, I've had how much ring time? I think out of ring time on video, I've got the most. So I had 6 minutes with you, 15 with Mark, that's 21, 9 with Sam, that's 30, and then another 18 against Harley. So I got 48 minutes of fight time.
Nearly going an hour. Another 4 rounds and you'd have an hour. Unless you do 4 twos.
Nah, I probably do 3s. Unless I do 5 2s, which would get it to 58. If you count the Dylan spar, then 58 already. But in terms of fights, 48. So I'm not going to say the name of the person I was going to fight, but I was actually going to fight tomorrow. But because of reasons that are very much fair, he had to pull out. It is what it is. It would have been cool to have my comeback, make a statement. It would have been on the same day, obviously, in the same place. So it would have been an even better spectacle if I won my fight, Connor won against Dylan, and then both future opponents then are they.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
It would have been cool, but it is what it is.
Saying it's cool if Connor would have beaten him.
Huh?
No. Not cool.
You technically said it's cool if Connor beats Dylan.
No. I mean, the spectacle of if Connor won against what would have been my opponent. I want him to win, but the sportsman in me, is toying with the idea of, it is like I have less opportunities to put my name back in the hat if Dylan wins, because I'm not fighting Dylan, but I'll fight Connor if he wins. So it's like it's a bigger future for me if Connor wins, but it's better than. It tells me I'm a better trainer if Dylan wins, so it tells me I'm a better sparring partner if Dylan wins. So I don't know. I feel I want Dylan to win, but if Connor wins, there will be at least there will be excitement. The sportsman in me will be excited if Connor wins, but I will also be disappointed then if Dylan loses. So it's like different parts of me.
And you on the opposite things, basically.
Yeah, basically. Do you know? I wonder, like, what's next for Harley as well? If Harley beats you, what's he gonna do?
If he beats me, I don't think it's anyone else really.
No, I don't think if Connor beats Dylan and then Connor beats me.
I think purely the history aspect means he only wants to fight me.
Yeah, I think so. Well, he fought me just because I was next to you when he approached him. He was like, "Oh, I want you next as well, Ben," being a big man, innit? And I was like, "Alright, done." Me and Harley, fighting me and Harley is so easy to make. Mad. Go on, though.
He said that to me when we went to KFC.
Yeah. Well, he's obviously just taking the mick, and he when it was me, you, and Niall, wasn't it? By KFC, and Lewis and Harley and then Lewis Harvey were there, and someone else as well. And they were like, "Oh, when are we gonna fight in now?" When it was, it was like, "Oh, when are we gonna box?" And it's like, "Oh, can I?" He's like, "Can I box you as well then, Ben? If I beat when I beat Niall?" I was like, "All right, then, yeah." I think I said I got Sam to get out of the way. And Connor Jones was going to be the next one after. And I said, but if I win both of them fights, then yeah, of course. And if you beat Niall as well, it seemed like far fetched at the time, obviously, because 3 fights had to go one way. All 3 fights had to go a specific way for it to happen. And Harley had to beat you. I had to beat Sam and Connor for it to happen. I didn't feel like it was a massive possibility because obviously I could lose to Sam, I could lose to Connor, you could lose to Harley. So it was like any one of those goes wrong for any of us, fight's not really happening. But obviously, future turned out the way it was. Connor wasn't able to do it as early as I was hoping, so he said I could fight someone else in the meantime. I beat Sam. You and Harley had an interesting fight with a bit of controversy and a few question marks around it as well. So he wanted another fight to make a statement. Therefore, I was there then. So I said, why don't I fight you then? He's like, no, I said he wouldn't mind having the rematch and then fighting me, but if Niall wants to do it a bit later on in the year, then he'll fight me first. And I was like, well, Connor can't do it now, so why don't we fight when around the time I was going to fight Connor at the end of this month? Like, yeah, okay.
I think obviously I was I wouldn't say overweight. I wasn't in boxing shape.
Yeah, that seems.
And then I had my fun for the summer, going out 3 times a week. Oh my, what have you. So when I came back from Reading, I lost half a stone. So even though I was unnaturally lost, even when I put weight back on from when I go back, I only put 2 pound back on. So I dropped from like 12 stone 7 to 11 stone 12. So it was stupid. I lost stupid amount. Then
It's good though. It's good to hear.
Then I went back to 12, and then I was like, right, I'm 168. Let's start dropping more.
Do you know what you're at now, or?
Well, not really. Not since I haven't weighed myself since the fight has been dead in the water, really. Probably like 165.
All right. Well, your face looks slimmer. I'll say that.
But my lowest I was a couple of weeks ago was 161, and I was ready to drop to 154. But
That's good though.
I've got
We're ready to go.
I got competitiveness in me where, like, I don't know, the circumstances in my life changed. I was going to uni, etc. I don't want to say too much. And then I wanted to change myself. So I was like, right, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna start to try and look aesthetically pleasing. I don't know if I was right. No, but aesthetically pleasing to myself,
Yeah.
And I when I was 161, I wasn't as good as the shape I was against you, but I was getting there, and I knew another half stone. That's from drinking water, but that's literally just drinking water.
Honestly, I feel like if you had like a cut-in day, like what a lot of like UFC fighters and have, you could get it.
No,
You would be
155, like, and I wouldn't even
Yeah.
be dehydrated at that.
Yeah, I mean it's good though. Like the fact that it is within reach. You just gotta push to get it. Like it's not.
Like,
You're not walking
generally,
around
if I was taking into account, I would have to put muscle on. I'd probably be 147, because I feel like with the muscle mass I got now, I could get down to 140, but put muscle mass on, I get to 147. If I was really ripped.
Mm.
Because even at 161, I still had like 14-15% fat.
Really?
Yeah. Our fight, I was like, I was low. I was
I only
low.
had about like 10, 11% when I fought you.
I'd say I was nearly in single figures again, so I just didn't have a muscle mass.
Yeah, you was
Does-
like mad when I look back on it. You were like your legs were shockingly small for for a rugby player as well. Like compared to what I see now, anyway, it makes him look skinny as well. In fact, you're wearing skins as well, don't help. But like in our fight, but that's why I have almost all of my fights. I've worn trackies except for the Sam fight where I wore a pair of shorts.
Mm.
I remember you said like, "Oh Ben, never wear a pair of shorts again in a fight, please." Then again, that was my best performance. So maybe they're my lucky shorts. We just don't know.
Was it the 3/4?
Yeah, it was just above my knees.
I was just
No, it went 3/4 now.
right.
Yeah, maybe they're my lucky shorts. We don't know about it
I
yet.
think we're coming up to about 2 hours now, and I think I'm going out later. So I think I'm gonna call it 2 hours, I believe.
How long has it been actually? I haven't even
I'd
checked.
say about 2 hours.
116 minutes.
So now 1:56.
Yeah. Jesus.
Right, Ben,
That's blown
it's been nice talking to you, and I shall
Yeah, you too. And Dylan's gone.
I
But
shall be either spectator or ref tomorrow.
it'd be cool though for you though to be there at a fight where you're not doing something. Where you're not
That's the
fighting,
first time
reffing.
That's the first time.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, I'm going to be reffing. I'll take the weight. I'll take the what's the word? The responsibility off your hands for this one. Just because I feel like, because it's going on my channel,
Yeah,
I should
no
do
worries.
it then. So yeah, if it was going on, let's say just Connor's channel, then maybe I'd say, well, maybe ref, maybe not, but take some responsibility for it. Since you can see me as well, I guess that you're like, oh, Ben's on it, then it's Ben's video, so makes sense. But yeah, I look forward to it, and I hope everyone enjoys the fight. Make sure to check out BenMG Scully. Turn on notifications. Make sure to subscribe and whatnot. Then yeah, look up for a good fight happening tomorrow.
Right, yeah, guys, go and check out the fight. It'll be tomorrow evening, I presume. It'll be uploaded. 1 o'clock down the Gasworks. So if you're local and you know where Gasworks is, come down, get a signature of Reggie. Right. I'm out here. Peace.